Welcome. In this session, we will talk about the Yojana edition for September, and here some of the most important topics deal to transforming the rural India. Now, here under the mission for New India, we are talking about firstly the Swachh Bharat Gramin. Now, Swachh Bharat Gramin was launched from 2014 to 2019, and it was moving the shift from the top down approach to a community driven bottom up approach. Under this, there were numerous drives that were initiated. One was the coverage for the sanitation, achieving a ODF plus target, and nearly 96% of the villages were able to do so by July 2025. Har Ghar Jal or Jal Jeevan Mission. Now, this talks about providing tapped water connectivity to every household with coverage of nearly 15 crore plus population and households. And then for this, there was also a statistics which was brought, which said that nearly 5.5 crore of women hours was saved because of this water transportation that is done every morning. Now, again, the ripple effect is very, very important. The infant deaths which have been averted somewhere are around 1,36,000. Then the annual diarrheal deaths have come down. Those have been averted. Also, if we talk about the economic impact, it has led to economic benefit and creation of direct jobs in the rural area. So definitely a foundation for the basics of Viksit Bharat. Now, the next is Smart Vision. Now, under the Smart Vision, we are transforming the various parameters, and the SMART is the acronym for sustainability, making women central, accelerating private sector, re-establishing the new protocols, technology, and this would be the basis foundation pillar. So these five together would be the drivers of the progress. Now, again, we are focusing on, as we said in the previous slide, that there is a ODF plus a target that has been achieved with 96% coverage, and nearly 1.19 lakh villages have been developed as a model village for ODF plus model. Also, for Har Ghar Jal Yojana, nearly 2.6 lakh households have already been part of it. Now, the next important thing is transformation. Now, transformation comes only when you have gender equality. So women play a very important role, and for this there has been the WASH mission. We'll talk about that in a few further slide. But the idea is these projects have to be community driven. This would focus on economic empowerment and betterment with better social integration or social inclusion. Now, there are three important targets which align to this SMART goal. One is the Sustainable Development Goal 6 with clean water and sanitation, Goal 3 for good health and well-being, Goal 5 for gender equality. The next we'll talk about is the water challenge. So India is one of the nations which has the highest population, and then there has to be collective actions for providing safe drinking water to each and everyone. Now, throughout the globe, if we say only 4% of the water is available as fresh water. Now, through the tapped water, we are trying to have good connectivity in most of the parts of the country, including the rural areas. And under the Jal Shakti Abhiyan, we are focusing on catch the rain, that is the basic idea under rainwater harvesting. So Amrit Sarovars are the community ponds that have been built for recharging the groundwater, strengthening the community ties, and from wastewater also we are trying to reduce the wastage of water, recycle the wastewater, and finally help it reuse specifically for garden and for recharge purpose. Also, the crop patterns has shifted for sustainability. We have seen that water intensive crops have reduced significantly during the period which was before the Atal Jal. However, there are sustainable alternatives which have gone up significantly after the Atal Jal program. So there has a shift which we have seen, and the shift is primarily with the Atal Bhujal Yojana, which is the groundwater scheme, and we are empowering the villages in every 7 water stressed states of the India, and water security maps have been brought for the same. The next is WASH. WASH is mainly for the sanitation and water supply. Now here the beneficiaries are mainly the women, and it is a community drive with more of women empowerment and Jan Bhagidari or people's participation. So it is an idea through which Jan Andolan could be created, and providing tapped water connection, building sanitation facilities, and ensuring that the ODF plus targets are not only reached but they are also maintained, right? Water testing is one such important aspect where numerous women have been actually trained for. Now here, sustainable goals that are met are sustainable goal 3, 4, 5 and 8, and these, what are these, we have already discussed. So what is the basic idea? Integrating these sustainable development goals through the self-help groups to create proper training. Then this would foster the entrepreneurship, and finally the integration of the ideas would take place. So this water, sanitation and hygiene drive, actually if you look onto figures, it was somewhere at around 39% in 2014, which has reached to 100% rural sanitation coverage in 2019. And of course there has been numerous series of programs that have gone through. So in 1986 it was Central Rural Sanitation Program, which changed to Total Sanitation Campaign in 99. 2014 it was Swachh Bharat Mission, and in 2019 it was Jal Jeevan Mission. So there has been a definite impact of Swachh Bharat Mission, because it has improved the life of nearly 70,000 children who have been averted deaths because of sanitation, improper sanitation. Then nearly 50,000 annual savings per family have been identified, environmental gains of nearly 2.7 times, and women respect because they are feeling more safer in these regions. Now this vision has actually established a service standard of 55 liters per capita per day as the amount of safe drinking water that should be delivered directly to every rural household, and the coverage under the WASH program has been given here. The statistics is here. The idea is moving from deprivation to dignity. The next is the incorporation of the WASH program in the school hygiene system. Now this is where the students have the right to have safe, dignified and healthy learning environment. So building better infrastructure, which includes the basic aspects, and also creating separate facilities for hand washing and for sanitation. Also bringing in a collaborative national effort. So this comes under a national visionary, then moving that visionary idea to the states and the union territories, proper funding of the schemes for the same, and finally the local ground level implementation. Now hand washing with soap is one of the major behavioral change that has been witnessed. Also hygiene support is another important aspect. So inclusivity for each and everyone, including rainwater harvesting, school kitchen gardens are some of the ideas, and then technology being brought for geotagging the assets, for making data integration and creating real-time dashboards. The next is, as we said, WASH program was one of the major programs, and nearly 14 lakh Anganwadis have been working together to achieve the targets under WASH scheme. So this also operates under the Mission Poshan 2.0, where holistic package for the vulnerable section of the population is taken into account, and the beneficiaries are mother, women, children and adolescent girls. Now under this there has been facility structure infrastructure which has been on the top, but besides that, another important approach has been the behavioral change, and the various schemes which have been integrated includes the scheme for adolescent girls, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandan Yojana, and Swachhata Jal action plan. All of these we have covered separately in the previous lectures. Now Jal Jeevan Mission, as we said, is another very important coverage. Now under the Jal Jeevan Mission, we already said that we are trying to connect the rural household with tapped water connection. Nearly 15 crore households have already been connected. The growth chart from 2019, which shows somewhere at around 1.56 crore, has gone up to nearly 15.62 crores, which is a significant jump in the tapped water connection in rural areas. Also, we are trying to identify the areas which are not covered and which are yet to be covered. Now, what are the pillars of sustainability here is one, the rainwater harvesting, which is catch the rain, providing safe and digital water through IoT based systems, and then a community driven approach. Some of the states which have been leading in this includes Goa, Punjab, Telangana, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Andaman and Pondicherry, and then this scheme would be further percolated to other areas and other regions. Now, providing water security has been very important aspect, and this is one of the major aspects for ensuring safe future generations, but there has been a wide gap between the demand and the availability. So the projected water demand, as you can see, by 2040 would be very high as compared to the renewable water availability. So there has to be significant immediate actions that have to be brought across all the steps, all the fragments, to ensure that there is timely supply of water. Now there has been an ancient wisdom which talks about the various ways for water conservation, which includes step wells, the FUD system, which is the collective irrigation, Zabo and terraces, and then through this we have the GIS mapping, IoT sensors, decentralized structures, and also the restoration of the water body and the recharge. But we have seen the restoration of the water bodies have increased significantly as compared to the recharge. The focus has been community driven. The power of the community has been very important, and the governance is another important pillar through which the water security goals have been achieved through the community led programs. Now the next one is the Swachh Bharat Gramin, which was a sanitation revolution, and by 2019 the idea was to create villages ODF free. Also the Jal Jeevan Mission, which we have already discussed, aims to provide the tapped water connectivity. The rural families have to be empowered for the same, and Jan Bhagidari, which includes planning, monitoring and maintenance, and finally this would ensure proper rural development, good health, gender equality. So there has to be a shift from supply driven to service driven economy, because in the past, which was a centralized government led infrastructure, this is now a community based planning approach. So from a top down approach to a bottom up approach, and it is a six-fold pillar mission where we talk about better service delivery, sustainability, water quality, capacity building, community participation and integrated development. And also we aim to save nearly 4 lakh of lives per year, which are averted because of the diarrheal diseases that could be caused due to improper sanitation and water facilities. So improved health outcomes, better economic savings, better school attendance for children, and better transformation in the day-to-day life has been some of the major outcomes that have been witnessed because of it. Now the next one is how information communication and education has been one of the major pillars for achieving this goal. It is because with the information we are able to educate, inspire and engage people, and this would lead to better coverage and better integration. So there has been the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 1, Jal Jeevan Mission, and then Gramin Phase 2, which have been released. Now Gramin Phase 2 specifically focuses on solid and liquid waste management. The Phase 1 talked about shifting to ODF free India. Now some of the major pillars, as we say, talk about 100 days of campaign, Jal Doot initiative, and cultural storytelling, and also tailoring the various materials of information, education, and communication through the digital tools would help in better awareness. The last topic that we would discuss today is the Lighthouse Initiative. Now, this is to illuminate the Sustainable Rural Sanitation Program. Now, this was launched in 2022 and it was in collaboration with Drinking Water Sanitation Coalition and corporate groups. The idea was under the Swachh Bharat mission, we would create a community-led sustainable sanitation ecosystem that is not just creating facilities but also a holistic waste management system. So under the phase 1, the institutional capacities were identified, there was fundraising which was done, and community ownership which was given. Under the phase 2, the blocks were identified and the specific tasks were assigned to blocks. So the holistic approach includes bringing in solid waste management, liquid waste management, behavioral change, inclusive partnership, and together this could create a ODF plus lighthouse. So it is also called as the Lighthouse Initiative. It is nothing to relate to the lighthouses in the coastal areas, right? So important. Now again, this talks about the circular economy linkages and accelerating the Sustainable Development Goal 6.2, which talks about equitable sanitation and hygiene for all. And this circular economy links turning the waste resources into productive resources and providing economic opportunities with cleaner energy and cleaner environment. So those are some of the topics that we have discussed for today. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you in the next session. Have a great day.